Morning everyone, 7:40, welcome to Thursday. We've got Mini in today, so it's an R50, I think it's an R52 or an R53. Anyway, we've done the system before. He had a 4-channel amp, some speakers changed and a sub added. He's managed to blow up the sub, so we're going to add an amplifier, so we're going to add a Kicker 800.1, an L7T Solar Barrack 10-inch sub in a slimline box, and a swap over of the 4-channel onto all the car speakers, so he's got better sound coming from the normal speakers and then more bass coming from the Solar Barrack and the bigger amp. Should be a good time. He does love his music, this one, and he likes his music loud. I haven't slept much because all I can think about is how I'm going to get this engine to fit. I've been trying to, you know, when you kind of shut off and then your brain my brain will start thinking about stuff, and I've been sort of working out things in my head about how I'm going to mount it in there. I'm keen to get it done because I want to ride the bike. I think it's going to be amazing. I like the old one, to be fair. It was good fun, it was fast enough, I didn't need it any quicker, but obviously size was an issue, and this thing is huge, so I'm keen to get on it, have some fun, test out the suspension. The size of it should be so much nicer to ride. But yes, I've been thinking all night long about bracketry and the best way to kind of cradle the engine, and like the electric side of things, that doesn't really worry me, and the front light, the rear light and all the rest of it, not really bothered about that. I can work through, and I think it'll be done within a day. But the engine is first and foremost. I found out yesterday at the end of the play that the pitch on the front cog, the little cog on the engine, is different to the rear cog pitch, so the chain will need to be changed. So I'll need to move, or I need to change the front cog for the same pitch of the rear sprocket and buy a chain to suit that. I'll probably need to go up in tooth anyway on the front sprocket, because ratio wise, Dickie Mint from Dickie Mint Cycles yesterday was explaining, I think it needs to be 4:1. And the standard one that was on there was a 14:47, and at the minute the rear one is a 50, so I need to go up a level to get the same kind of ratio. It doesn't need to be bulletproof fast, and I don't want it wheeling in every single gear, but obviously I do want it usable. But the bracketry has really got me thinking about how to offset stuff and the best way to bolt it on and things like that. It's really got my brain thinking. But off to work, have a coffee, start the day. Yeah, see you in a bit. They're either 6s or 6x9s. Morning everyone. Here's us.
Morning.
So we got Mini in, cabriolet first thing. We've done this one before, so we've already put a head unit in it. Front speakers have already been changed, as you can see. And today we've got Kicker 10-inch L7T sub box, and this thing. Look at that. Tiny little sized amp. It's an 800.1, so that is going to go in the back there next to his Alpine that he's already got, but we are going to run some more cabling through. We've got to do rear speakers on this one as well. We were just discussing, sometimes you get a almost like a 6x9 on the back of these Minis. But we've got to run the cable through to the back. Unfortunately, this Mini has the battery in the nose, not the boot. So RCA leads from the back, power from the front, all the way to the back, run it into the amplifier, get that all set up under there. And then once the back is done, we'll take the quarter panels out, get the speakers in there, get that bit done. I'm probably going to start messing with this thing today, and I'll start building the battery boards and getting everything aligned where I want it to go, so we can sign this thing off, get this thing finished. But that's it for now. I'll come back to you in a bit. See you soon.
There we go. Hello everyone. Right, let me just turn this country western whatever he's listening to down. Alex has left me unattended. He's gone to go and get some batteries for this thing. So we need to get 2 more leisure batteries for it. The ones that came with the van are completely dead. I say the ones, that was a plural. The one that came with the van is now completely dead. I'm cracking on with the Mini. So I've got the head unit out, as you can see. If you've ever seen any of our videos on these Minis before, you know that these are a bit of a pain in the ass to get apart. You've got to take all the center console apart, top binnacle, glove box, all of that's got to come out just to be able to get the radio out. So that's that out. I've got a new power cable ran from front to back. These batteries are in the front, as we said earlier. But new 8-gauge power kit running from the battery, fused here, down there. Obviously I'll cable tie those up to the handle of the battery so that they don't rattle around and possibly knock a fuse out. Through the grommet, under the carpet, power cable goes down the passenger side, signal cables go down the centre, signal cables are in and to the back of the radio. I've got to get them through into the boot, remove some of the wiring from this and move it all around so that we can get the rear speaker channels powered off the amp. Get rid of this sub cable because we don't need this one because we are running it off of the Kicker 800.1, which I shall mount to the back of that seat there. Power cables out, remote from that amp to this amp because it's only a 3 amp max and it's only a 12 volt turn on. So we'll get this all sorted. We've got a little bit of the power kit left there. See you soon.
Kill the radio for me, darling.
Bye.
So, afternoon everyone. You catch us mid-sweat. Actually, that sounds a little bit dodgy. So we are cracking on with the Mini. We've pretty much got everything done. Cables are run. The new amp is installed. And we've got the new L7T in there. We are just sorting out the wiring, doing some speaker feeds. I've got this side apart, Dan is going to tackle the other. So we've got a little hole there where the standard speaker sits. Unfortunately with this type you can't get the grill off because it's plastic welded on. So it's a case of self-harming, get your hand in behind the trim and go at it with a really small ratchet tool. It's the only way of doing it. But we want to say a quick thank you. So Monsieur Gervais has just come back in. And he felt really bad about Dan not being able to buy Monster the other day because of his age. Who's a boo-boo doo-doo?
It wasn't just that though, he didn't come in just for that.
Yeah, he did. No, Dan left his shit out of the car, so I've just bollocked him and he's apologised. But yes, Gervais came in, brought us a little present, so we've got some Monsters, so Dan doesn't need to get denied. Although he did take his ID today, and the lady didn't want it. He said, "Do you want my ID?" She went, "No, you're all right."
Today it wasn't just a Monster I bought a scratch card and that didn't matter.
A couple of guns, bit of ammunition, a few knives.
I walked over there with 3 bottles of vodka, bought 7 packs of cigarettes, 15 scratch cards, and he had Monster, and she ID'd me for the Monster.
And he had his jumper on, school jumper on.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Let me bring you up to speed with this. So while Dan has been cracking on with the Mini this morning, I've been out shopping. We have 2 leisure batteries. We have all of our cable which needs to go in. I bought some loo roll. We don't use blue roll for loo roll, but you know what I mean. Bought some toilet roll. I have started making my little board. We've got our battery box ready. We've got a supporting box, and I'm now starting on the cabling, tidying things up, getting everything laid out where we're going to go and undoing stuff. So we have sense of everything, what needs to come out, what needs to be tidied. So we are starting to make headway with this, ready for getting it gone. We haven't touched the bike today. I'm behaving. I'm withholding the the temptation to go play with it.
There's still time.
No, we've got work to do. But we're going to have a Monsty and take 5. So thank you, Gervais. Very, very kind of you. Merci beaucoup. Afternoon, everyone. Dan's just putting the final touches to the Minoir. So we got new speakers in the back. Changed the amp from the 4-channel from being sub and front speakers to now being 4 speakers. We've put CS's kickers in the back. In the boot, we've got 2 amplifiers, Key CXA 800.1 and the LT7 truck sub. Little solar barrack going on in there. Loads of room still, look, in the boot. Nice and spacious, but you still get your bass. He's just going to clear an airbag code because we've had the seat out this side and powered while we were running through the setup and the system. He's going to clear that off. Dan's had the experience today of a mini dash. What do you reckon to him, Dan?
Absolute garbage.
So I actually did one of the first ones when I was doing telecommunications. I did one of the first minis that was in the country of this style dashboard, and it was great. You used to see customers' faces as you had to take off the side trims, both left and right, above the binnacle, glove box out to get to all of this stuff, and air vents at the top, and everything used to come out to get them. It was quite a fun job back in the day, but he's had a little learn today.
Gonna learn today.
I've been jumping on with that, so I haven't touched much on this today other than getting our shopping list sorted, cutting some wood, getting ready for our little mounts. I have started over there neatening up the cable, ready to do split charge system, our big boy inverter, which is just down there. That's going to go down here, and then we've got all of this stuff to do. So there's lots of cutting, lots of cabling to do, lots of tidying, but I think we're on the home straight now. I've bought enough as well. We're going to do a little plug-in up here so we can keep the van live. Sorry, not live, but he can keep the van charged while it's not being used to keep the batteries topped up. That'll be a nice little addition for him, so we can run a little charger, keep everything happy. Oh, but man, what a day. The shopping list continues, and this thing will be done soon. We just need a good day on it, which I think is coming up. Anyway, I'm going to finish this one off, and see you in a bit. See you in a bit, everyone. Right then, my dudes. Thursday done. Let's take that one on charge, Danny boy. Oh, Mini's gone, been picked up. He's a happy boy. It's nice and bassy, nice and loud. We're just getting ready to leave too. Tomorrow, don't know what we've got in. We'll discuss in the morning.
Remote and something else.
Yeah, I think we've got a sat nav to do.
Extrons
unit, and I think we've got a sat nav to do as well.
Cool.
Some other bits and bobs. So I'll see you all bright and early in the morning with my ghetto Power Ranger. See you in the morning. Cheers, bud. Thank you very much.